Barbara Plett Usher there. Now, Africa is home to more than 1 billion people, yet only about 15% of its trade happens within the continent. Shipping goods from the OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg, South Africa, to destinations like Accra, Ghana, can still be harder than shipping them from China. As African leaders push to boost intra-regional trade through the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA, major gaps in infrastructure, customs systems and transport remain. In this report, I examine why Africa still struggles to trade with itself and what it will take to change that. Behind me is the OR Tambo International Airport, Africa's third busiest cargo hub. Every year, more than 300,000 tons pass through the hangars that are in buildings just behind me. That's like 50 elephants, enough to fill the city of Cannes, where they hold the world-famous film festival in France. But if I wanted to send a package from here to Ghana, where I'm from, it would be much trickier than it seems. You see, it's easier to send a package from Beijing to Johannesburg than it is to send one within the continent, even if it's less than half the distance in some cases. And why? It's simple but complex. You see, if you're shipping from a place like China, you're dealing with one set of rules, and that's the same in the European Union, or from the US to Europe. Borders are coordinated, paperwork is digital, and trucks and planes move across multiple countries without necessarily having repeated checks. Inside Africa, it's different. Each border has its own customs, fees, and forms, and many of these rules reflect colonial trade. Now, these colonial trade corridors were built to link mines to ports and not African cities to each other. Take Johannesburg, for example. It grew as a hub for gold and mineral exports, so railways and highways were built to move resources south to ports and not to other places like Accra, Lusaka, or Nairobi. And that's not all. The UN reports that trucks are the most dominant mode of transport across Africa, but they're much slower and more expensive than other regions because of costs like fuel and bad roads. And that's why the African Continental Free Trade Area was started. The Secretariat is trying to fix this with digital customs, united tariffs, and corridors designed for African to African trade. But they have a lot of work to do. Africa needs 2 million more trucks, 100,000 rail wagons, and 250 cargo aircraft by 2030 just to meet demand. So whether you're sending flowers from Nairobi or setting up a business in Lusaka, the question remains, can Africa build the roads, rails, and digital systems to make trade easier, or will logistics keep the continent stuck in traffic?